What's up, everyone? Welcome to my February 2021 bullet journal setup. This is my second video ever and for the first video of 2021. So I'm really excited because I uploaded my January one, in December, so you guys could use it for inspiration. But for February, I didn't want to do red or pink. I love the red and pink Valentine's Day aesthetic. Valentine's Day is probably my favorite holiday for aesthetic purposes, but I've been doing that in my bullet journal since I started bullet journaling, and so I really wanted something different. So I went for like a cream or white theme, and I didn't have a Crayola super tip that matched these colors, obviously, because they're really light. So I used like the lightest pink I could that also had some more fleshy undertones. It wasn't like mainly red. So yeah, I am using doilies, embossed paper, and this super cool lace washi tape I got. And then later you'll see I decided to add in some pearl stickers. They just look like little pearls, and they stick up off the page. So yeah, I just wanted everything to be very dainty, very light. So I'm really excited about this theme. There's not a lot of inspiration for this for Valentine's Day. I think if you wanted more inspiration like this, you'd have to look at more wedding inspo instead of Valentine's Day, but I think having like an all white and cream Valentine's Day look is super pretty, so I might even try to do that in my room this year. I don't know, because I have a lot of cool stuff for Valentine's Day. So now I'm adding the pearls, and you're probably thinking, Lydia, isn't that going to make writing really hard on other pages? Yes, it does make it really hard. It makes it really hard to make straight lines, and writing and coloring isn't that fun, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. As long as I used my ruler and like lined it up with the dots, it was pretty much okay. I also cut out trimming my paper because I just feel like that's so boring, and it also makes my desk shake a lot, and I don't want to make anyone sick. So yeah, this month is going to be, I don't want to say busy, but it's going to be tedious because my mom's getting surgery, and it's my first full month back in the spring semester, and I'm taking a lot of classes this semester because I'm trying to get out of college immediately. So yeah, I just did a super simple, straight down, like the classic bullet journal calendar. I just need to be able to write things in. Like, I'm not too concerned with it looking like this super beautiful setup all month. That's kind of why I chose these really aesthetically pleasing items, like the doilies and the lace and even the embossed paper, just to add dimension so I don't have to worry about it. Like, my goal for 2021 was to not doodle in my bullet journal as much as I used to, because I was finding that I didn't like my bullet journal anymore. Like, I didn't want to open it. I didn't really want to make the spreads. I just wasn't inspired. So this year I wanted to do more of a collage theme. You can see I'm adjusting the camera. Probably should have cut that out, but yeah, so I wrote down all the numbers, and yeah, I was originally going to use that gray Scribbles That Matter, the dual tipped. It's got the fine liner and the brush pen. But I did that for December, and it was kind of hard to see things, and I was like, yeah, I want this to spread to be as light as possible, but I don't know, the black is just easier to see, and I'm going to go over it with pink, so it's going to look fine anyways. So yeah, pink was the only color that I used this month. Everything that needs to be colored is colored in pink. In my witchcraft bullet journal, I've been doing that, like just using an accent color, not coloring everything in, because I don't want a collage in that one. I want that one to stay kind of flat for the monthlies. And I will be uploading a video for that this month because I figured out what I want to do. Like, January was kind of my test run. So here you can see I'm doing a to-do section. I'm going to need a fairly big to-do section, and then under that I'm doing chores because I need to figure out each week who's doing what in the house. And basically, since my mom's getting surgery, I'm kind of I'm gonna, like, I'm management now. I'm gonna be making sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to do, and we're all splitting up, like, my mom's responsibilities throughout me, my siblings, and my dad. So yeah, I just needed a place to write it all down so I could see what needs to get done each week or even each day. So now I'm doing my nightmare tracker. This is a staple in my bullet journal. I started with writing down the numbers and laying it out instead of putting down on my paper and then writing down the numbers, because I almost ran out of room. Like, I think I was at the very bottom of the page in January, and then I had to write, I call them topics, like what the nightmare was about, and I had to put it above the nightmare tracker, and I don't like doing that. I don't know why, I just don't think it looks as good. So now I can put them at the bottom because I mapped it out. I'm not going to write in the topics this month because I realized last month I wrote down, like, the main topics of what my nightmares are about, and I feel like that might be kind of insensitive to some people. Like, even though I have PTSD and I look at it every day, that doesn't mean it's fair for other people to have to see that. So, didn't write it down this month. If you're curious, you can go look at my January bullet journal setup. They never change. They're the same because my subconscious pretty much sticks to the same general topics. So, yeah, and then in my witchcraft bullet journal, I, like, write down in depth, like, in detail, what the nightmare was about. So, yeah, I cut that doily down pretty, like, a lot, so it looks kind of weird. I don't love it, but I didn't have enough room to have, like, the rounded edge. So yeah, and then I started getting pretty confident with the lace washi tape around this spread, because on my cover page, yeah, I just kind of plopped it wherever, and same with my monthly spread, but it's starting to look a little nicer. I started putting it more in straight lines. So now I can see I'm busting out the ruler. I don't think I had to deal with any pearls yet, but it was making, no, I did, because I remember when I colored it in, I was like, ugh, that's hard. So yeah, but it turned out fine. All my pages, I think, were pretty good. Yeah, like right there, I kind of messed up, but I don't think I messed up anywhere else that I can remember. I just tried to go slow and not think about it, like, not worry about where the pearls were, because then I was just going to stress and mess it up. So now I'm just putting in all the lines. So for the nightmare tracker, I do a level, so, like, on a scale from 1 to 10, how bad it was. My mood, if I slept with my lights off. Where, I don't remember if I put in where I slept, but I do, like, pain, anxiety, if I took my medicine. I didn't. Okay, and if I ate food, so I didn't put in location. And then that big section on the right is dedicated to just writing, like, a sentence worth of the summary. So yeah, you can see my dinosaur eraser under my hand. He doesn't have a head or legs because I use him so much, so he looks kind of misshapen, but there he is. And yeah, so I'm just going to color in each with that pink color. You know, normally I would alternate, but I didn't have any other colors this month, so just pink. And then we'll be moving on to my habits spread. Oh, just some more erasing. All right, there we go. So for habits this month, I changed a lot of what I would normally track. I quit vaping. Like, I don't own one anymore, but I do have nicotine gum, so I'm trying to get off of nicotine completely. So I track if I have no nicotine. I think if I sleep with my lights off, that's a big deal for me, because I know I don't sleep as well when I sleep with my lights on, but sometimes my anxiety is so high that I like can't bring myself to turn my lights off. So I like to track that, because if I'm super tired, I can be like, well, have you turned your lights off, Lydia? And the answer is probably no, if I'm miserable. So yeah, I track that. I track yoga, because that's really important to me. It helps with so many things. Pooping, obviously, I'm telling you guys, like, this is just something we need to talk more about. Your gut health is so important. Like, if you haven't pooped today, go eat a prune, because I'm telling you, your life's gonna be so much easier if you poop. So yeah, and then I don't remember what the other ones are. Probably medicine. I always track if I do medicine. And then, oh, and I haven't been on top of my bullet journal lately, and I think that's just because I've been on winter break. So I'm going to track that, make sure I'm doing it frequently, because these trackers are kind of pointless if I don't fill them out, and they are helpful to me. I wouldn't put them in my bullet journal if they weren't helpful. I did a lot of experimenting with what I needed in 2020, and this has pretty much been my setup for the past 4 or 5 months, so. I did not include a brain dump this month. I know I was like ranting about how great they were last month, but I don't know. If I need to dump, I'm just gonna write it in like my journal, and yeah, hopefully that works out, because I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of time to worry about my Etsy and stuff like that. So, because I'm gonna be busy, doing extra duties around the house, looking out for my, making sure my brothers are to have their shit together, and then school. So yeah, I'm actually really stressed about this semester. I know everyone's stressed about their semester, but yeah, it's just a lot. Like, I have a class from 6 p.m. to 8:40 p.m. I did not think that was a thing. Like, I had a class that went to like 4:30 last semester, and I was like, ugh, yikes. But yeah, so there's a chunk of my knitting time gone, but it's okay. It's a fiber arts class, so I shouldn't complain about not being able to knit when I'm literally taking a fiber arts class at that time. But no, I'm excited about that class. It's probably the class I'm looking forward to the most. And then I'm just taking some education classes, and then a couple more. Oh, one of like my core classes that I have to take to graduate, and then another art class. So yeah. If you don't know, I'm majoring in art education and minoring in psychology. So that's why I'm taking art and education classes. But down here, I'm tracking my socials, because I have, it's not like a set in stone goal, but I want to be posting on social media more. Like, that's something I've always struggled with my brand. So I have Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and I want to be consistently posting either on Instagram or TikTok every day. I just feel like those are the two platforms that the audience I'm gearing towards are going to be on. So I want to make sure that I'm keeping up with those two. And then YouTube, obviously, I like to post YouTube videos. So I want to make sure I'm doing that consistently, because I posted my January setup and then didn't post a video. Mainly because I was on winter break, and I really, really tried to take this break to just chill out, because I don't do good with that. I do live in America, so I always feel like I gotta go. So I took winter break to just do whatever I wanted to do. I learned how to knit. I learned how to crochet. I'm not very good at crocheting. I'm pretty bomb at knitting, though. So yeah. And then obviously I made some bracelets, because that's my thing. Bracelets are my thing. By the way, I will have the doilies, and they're paper doilies, by the way. The paper doilies and the lace washi tape linked down below, because they are from Amazon. And then the embossed paper is from Michaels. It was like the only one they had, and I was surprised, because it was really hard to find embossed paper. I tried to look on Amazon, and the only thing I could find, it either wasn't white, and if it was white, it was toilet paper. I was like, I'm not buying toilet paper to just tear up and put in my journal. And even if I wanted to, the toilet paper was like $60. No, thank you. So yeah, I sucked it up and went to Michael's. Michael's is kind of far away, and I hate Hobby Lobby, so I don't go there unless I absolutely have to, which most of the time I don't. So I just drove out to Michael's. I had to get a scrapbook paper bin thing for my excessive amount of scrapbook paper. So yeah, I just grabbed it while I was there. This is my income tracker. if you notice, it is a lot bigger this month. That's not really for any particular reason. I just felt like maybe if I made it bigger, I would be more motivated to fill it out, and maybe I would get more sales. So, but yeah, it's just kind of a continuation from the habits page. I tried to make it look cohesive. So it's just got the item, how much the item was worth, did I ship it, the date that it was bought, and the total amount of income that I have that month. So this is when my bullet journal started to not lay flats. This is my first time using an art journal bullet journal. I don't know which bullet journal is best for this scrapbook kind of feel. The art journal does a really good job at holding a lot of different material, so it does fine with like the glue tape and stuff. I think any journal I use is gonna be stubborn with laying flat when I have a bunch of like 3D elements popping off the page, and the band still closes the book, so like still wraps around it, so I'm not stressed. This is a new addition to my bullet journal. This probably will be the only, well, maybe until about April, but it's a meal planning spread because my mom's not going to be cooking, and I just want to know what we're going to eat. And since me and my brothers are going to be making the grocery list and stuff, my camera cut out. I just must have not pressed record when I came back. But yeah, I'm gonna do like 3 more so you can see how I did it. But basically, I just want to know what we're having for dinner and like I just want to make sure we're not going to be eating out all the time. So when I do the grocery list, I'll have this to kind of write down all the meals. Like even though we might just like get cereal for breakfast, I'll just write down like, you know, maybe on this day we'll have cereal, and maybe on this day we'll have toaster strudels, and then yeah, I can just make sure we have enough for that week. So basically I split it up in between the 7 days of the week, and then on the side I wrote breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then I'll just write in what we're having that night, so, or morning or whenever, and then that way I know we're being as healthy as possible since I can't cook. If you ask anyone that knows me like closely, I suck at cooking. I once made a cake and I didn't put any oil in it, and it was like literally a brick. It was disgusting. And then I also almost messed up one of those like mixed pound cakes, like the pre-made pound cakes. I can make grilled cheese, I can make eggs in the microwave. That's it. That's all I can do. I did make fried pickles once with the assistance of my boyfriend, and they turned out really good. So I added that to my list of things I can cook, but none of those things are sustainable. So we are nearing the end of the bullet journal setup. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do have more videos that I'm planning on coming out, so you don't have to wait a month to see me again. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe. You can check me out at my other socials down below in the description. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.